Hey traders, what's up? It's December 9th here, Thursday. Hope you guys had a good trade day because I didn't. We're going to dive into it and show you kind of what happened right now. At the moment, down 2,500 bucks. And one of it is totally my fault. I made a horrible bad trade, so we'll look into that. And then the other, I had another big issue today, and it was on Etrade. So anyone out there, any of you traders out there, let me know if you're using Etrade, because this impacted me big time today. Ended up having to call Etrade, get on the phone with someone, wait an hour, and then be transferred to a actual trade specialist who kind of advised me of what's going on. So, anyways, system issues to say the least, I guess. But we'll go ahead and dive into it. I'll show you the performance here. Let's look at that. Nothing great today. I chopped around all day long, all morning, going from positive to negative. You know, at one point down 900 bucks, then back to neutral, and then boom, here we go. I had a huge, massive drop, massive loser, and this was me averaging down into a bad trade on PPSI. So that's going to be the main one in focus today. And then I'll show you the system issues with Etrade and dive into that because that is not a good situation right now. Let's go ahead and look at, there were a few stocks I was looking at today. IINN is one of them, and I'm still currently in this position right now, but I'll get into that in just a sec. Look at PPSI. So this one, you know, here's the deal with this is I've traded this in the past. This is a runner. I've made some good money on this one before. As you can see, looking at the yearly chart here, we've had these days where they have a nice run up, spike here, here, and here. We had a nice one yesterday. And so this one was definitely in play for me. And when it did pop up today, I go, damn, okay, I'm looking at this. And if we break the $12 area, man, I'm going in because that's definitely a flat top area, you know, or area of resistance. So if we break beyond that, I think we're gonna have a big run. And as you can see, we did run up to 1440, which was a big run. But here was the deal on it. This was, you know, call it what it is, the pump and dump today, especially. Now, when I saw this thing move up, we had this huge move and went boom right into a halt. And I saw it and I go, damn, okay, this looks like it has potential because we didn't, yeah, we'd broken past 12 and it was sitting at 1234. So I go, you know, my approach to these typically is to try to put in an order just below where it halted at to try to hopefully get filled and then boom, go on to the next level. It doesn't always work out, but if you can get a quick fill to the just slightly to the downside and then go on a huge rush to me, that's like a good setup, at least for me. And so I did that and didn't get filled, obviously, and saw it just explode. And so I go, oh, I missed the train on this, but let me try to hop in to see if I can get a, you know, a piece of it. And I hopped in, probably a little too high at this point, with about 1371. And, you know, we ripped up a little bit. And as it pulled back, I go, okay, let me consolidate here. I want to start adding in for the pullback and then boom on to the next leg. That was my thought. And, you know, we came back, pulled back, added in. And then from there, we just didn't get that next leg. We didn't get the bounce. And it was frustrating as hell. And so, you know, it moved down a little bit more. Now I'm sitting in a really bad position. And I go, well, shit, I got to get out of this. And let me try to catch just a little bit more bottom because I think it will bounce at some point. So I bought some more. Bad idea. And this thing just couldn't get the next leg, you know. We got this whole area here where we just slowly pulled back. It was just a slow bleed. And then we got to this area here where it seemed like there was a little bit of a floor, 1243. And I was waiting for it, waiting to see if we'd get a net, just a little bit of something with the idea to sell on the next pop. And boom, opposite happens and it flushes. And so this one was a complete bleed off. So this whole zone in here, I just go, you're fucking kidding me. And I fell for the bait, man. This thing is, pump and dump material. And I usually just try to scalp and ride the wave up, but this one got the best of me. And that was my big loser today. That's where I went from positive. I did all this work to get back to neutral on the day and took that one loss, and it just put me down big. So I thought to myself, it's like, you know what? This is a bigger hole, and I can't go guns a-blazing to try to just earn back 1,000, 2,000 in a couple trades. That's putting too much risk on the table. And so the only way I'm gonna, try to get out of this is the slow approach to try to strategically scalp my way out of it. And I was getting in the right direction. I shaved off about $500 on that. But once I got to that point, I just kind of bounced around again and went sideways, which was no good. So, that pretty much describes the day here, but I want to dive into the big E-Trade issue that I had. So, very, very odd, and it really pissed me off. IINN. At this point in the day, I'm just looking for other opportunities, and I'm seeing with IINN, I did trade it earlier in the day, but it looked like it was kind of having a sideways move, and then we had this curl up here. So I thought, I'm gonna go in here for a quick scalp trade, and I'll go a little bit heavy on the size and just try to make a good trade in here as it's moving up. So I did. I hopped in, started accumulating. I think I got about, that was the 3,000 shares. And as I get into that, how convenient, some system errors. So what happens was I go in to try to sell, and the sell order is not getting posted on my order status. And so I immediately tried to cancel that and then flip to even shooting out a market order. That goes into a pending status. And then I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? Like I'm frozen in a sense. And I reset my connection on my brokerage platform, troubleshot a few things, tried to cancel some of those. And what basically happened is E-Trade had a system-wide issue. And that order that I went in to cancel, that cancel order went into a pending status, and it never came out of it. So I immediately got E-Trade on the phone. Took 10 minutes for me to talk to someone. And then by the time I talked to someone, they needed to transfer me to a trade specialist to deal with it. And guess what? I was on hold for practically an hour with them because throughout that entire time, I was trying to do anything I could. Cancel the order, see if I could sell. I couldn't do anything because that cancel order was pending the entire time. It was basically that position was locked out. So every time I went in to put a sell order, it was saying, "Hey, you don't have any shares." I was like, "Bullshit! It shows my position right here." So, I got verified status that E-Trade did have a system-wide issue, and it was in regards to, I guess, cancellations and how the orders were being delayed somehow. So anyways, she did confirm to me there was an issue, and it never really got resolved until, of course, later on in the day where I'm sitting way down at this point. 3,000 shares. So at this point, I was down roughly like $2,000. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't even sell. I can't get out of this position. And so, the person I was talking to totally understood because their husband is a day trader themselves, and so she knows, all about day trading and the urgency of buying and selling and positions. and how it needs to be dealt with in a timely manner. And anyways, all she could say to me, I eventually got to a trade specialist, and they mentioned that, listen, it's noted here. We do have it recorded. We have a system-wide issue. We are not obligated to tell you what you have to do or what you can do, or they can tell you your position is yours. And eventually, like I said, the system started working again, so I could sell it. But at this point, it was, low enough to go, do I need to stay in this to try to ride it out to the high side, hopefully later on, or just sell it? But my basic concern was that, I need to be like compensated for this, this issue, because for a lot of day traders out there that are, stuck in this position, they cannot get in or out, is a massive, massive problem. And so, what they do is they put in a ticket and they review the issue. So apparently that's going to go into review, and then they're going to let me know, how it can be compensated if possible. But, I don't have a whole lot of trust with them. At this point, so it's a difficult thing because they're kind of hinting at I can be compensated for this, but sometimes you can't necessarily go off of that. But they said basically it's up to me to, at this point, whether I want want to sell where it's at or hold the position. So either way, a shitty issue today, and was really frustrating with that, especially initially being down, trying to, only to have, it's one thing when you're trading bad, but then when you're also facing something that's not, not your fault at all, and a stock's going against you, it's a difficult position. So I mean, this stuff kind of, it kind of happens. It's the reality of the situation. So, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know if your brokerage had any problems today, or if you're using Etrade and you ran into this problem today. Really want to find out how people are taking this. So we'll see. But anyways, like I said, I'm still in the position here. Averaged in at 537. So I'm either gonna have to just dump it, or see if we can get a possible run up tomorrow. As far as the chart goes, I mean, just looking at it roughly, let's pull up the 30-minute. I mean, if you look at it, it's kind of that pendant move where, look at the 10-minute. We've got a nice run up pre-market, and it did sell off, but it's kind of holding that whole triangle area here. And just looking at it roughly, you could say it's kind of bullish and it might have another run tomorrow. But honestly, you don't know the reality of this. It could tomorrow just open up super low. This is the stock market. Nothing's guaranteed. But I don't know. There is some good news on it. I didn't look too heavy into it, but because I'm usually just trying to day trade it and not swing it and look into, heavy information and research the company and everything. But anyways, guys, that's where I sit. I'm frustrated, but it is what it is. So let me know how your day went today. Let me know if you struggled with anything or if you had a solid, awesome green day. And if you did, congrats to you. Because today was rough. There were a lot of names moving, but I don't know. That was a choppy one for me. So that's it for now. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.